Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I'm going to give you 3 mind-blowing tips that are going to change the way you look at running a business. But first, what I want to talk about is what entrepreneurs do. So what entrepreneurs do is they tell you about the top of their mountain. Look how amazing my life is. I get to schedule myself around my vacations. I can travel because I work on my laptop. I get to spend the time with my kids that I want. All of these things, and I get to do what I love. I get to talk about the things I love. That was really huge for me. I used to be a host at Bob Evans, and I was vegan, and I had to talk about sausage and bacon, and people would ask me if this stuff was good, and I would just, I don't eat meat, I'm sorry. And it broke my heart to bring the animal products to the table, and know that I was serving people very unhealthy food, regardless if you eat meat or not. I knew that that stuff was not for their well-being, and that was very out of alignment for my purpose in life. And so now I get to step into my purpose and share well-being with everyone. So there's the top of my mountain, right? So what you're missing is the mountain that had to be climbed to get to that beautiful mountaintop. And I want to share a piece of my mountain with you before I give you those 3 tips, if you don't mind. When, let's say about 3 years ago, I was a preschool teacher, and I thought that I was being smart because I was getting 50% off childcare, and I could go get my baby during my breaks and breastfeed him, and I could check on them, and I could be in connection with the teachers, and I knew what was going on in their environment. I still had my foot in what was going on with them a lot, and that's a huge value for me, is to be very present in my children's lives. And one of the dilemmas for most mothers is the amount they're making is the amount that childcare costs, and they're left with no check. And I thought I was being smart by getting 50% off of my childcare. The first 2 weeks, it was my first full-time job. I had never worked over 30 hours, and I had worked, I think, 47 hours in 1 week, and I got a 2-week check. So it was about a 90-hour check, and that check was only $200. And I cried and I cried, and I even took the check in and I said, is there a mistake? Please tell me there's a mistake. I didn't understand because I had worked my ass off, and I was so ready to see my first full-time check and provide for my family, and I didn't get that. And that hurt so bad because all I was doing, I wasn't even taking my children home till 5 o'clock at night. We were leaving at 7 a.m. I was gone 10 hours a day. And then I was coming home, trying to make them dinner, give them a bath, and put them to bed to do it all over again. My soul hurt. I didn't want that. I didn't want that to be the only peace I had with my children, and for very little pay. That was after I had paid childcare expenses and the classes I needed to be able to be a preschool teacher, and the background checks and the school supplies, and I was left with nothing again. And that has stuck with me. That is part of my mountain that I've had to climb and get through to get to this point. And so when I was able to quit my job about 4 years later as a host from Bob Evans, and my husband said, you can stay home now, I didn't see that as a get out of work ticket. I saw it as a let me make money doing something that's in alignment with my purpose while being home with my children. I wanted to make the most of it. I saw opportunity, and I'm so grateful for that opportunity that I've just dug into anything I can possibly do to make that happen. From changing every second of my life, changing my thoughts, changing my body so that I have energy and clarity, everything. I've had to change every piece of me. And so the mountain has been very rough. I've had to learn how to wake up at 5 a.m. Everything you saw in that masterclass, that was my mountain that I had to climb. And so now, here at the top of this mountain, where I get to share with you how to be well in life, and get to do it around hanging out with my kids. When I'm done recording this video, we're going to go to the garden and we're going to have a picnic. To get to this beautiful place, I've had to go through a lot. And part of that beautiful mountaintop, let's go to that first step. So my first step in those 3 simple steps that have changed my life and my business completely is intentional marketing. And that's what I'm talking about, getting to share things that are in alignment with you. People want to see your true self. And what the beautiful thing is they want someone they know, like, and trust. And so with intentional marketing, you get to share your beliefs. You get to share your expertise. And I'm going to dive into this with you a little bit, because at first I thought that it was sharing my knowledge. Make sure they know I know what I'm talking about. And that's actually just not true. And I'm going to give you an example on how easy it actually is. This is going to make you realize how easy. People don't know you and trust you by your knowledge and like you by your knowledge. They want to hear your stories. They want to know that you're human. They want to know that you've gotten a $200 2-week full-time check and it really hurt your heart, your soul. And that's the story, is the human connection. And that's easy because I know you can share your story, and I know that you crave human connection as well, and that you want people who know your heart as well, your true self. That's why sales feels icky for a lot of people, because they're not being their true self. They're trying to sell information. You really want to sell yourself. And that's a beautiful thing when you can just be real. And let me give you an example of why you don't need to sell information. I just went to the hairdresser recently. I don't know anything about hair. I said, I trust you. Just tell me what I need to buy. I don't have time to learn about hair. I don't have time to learn about which products are best for which hair. I need somebody that I know, like, and trust to tell me what to buy. Intentional marketing makes you that person of authority. For me, I want to spend all my time learning about enhancing mental well-being, enhancing physical well-being, optimizing the human life experience. Most people do not have time or want to learn what foods and herbs do what to different neurotransmitters in the brain. They need somebody they know, like, and trust to tell them what to do for energy and mental clarity without having to learn neuroscience. If you know makeup really well and you know which products go on which skin really well, I don't have time to know that either. I need you to tell me which products are going to look best for my videos, which are going to glare, which are going to look good for my skin. I know I can't use a powder, that's all I know. So that's a really beautiful thing that gives you power. And so I just need to know that you know what you're talking about without you having to teach it to me, because I don't have time for that. I need you to share your human experiences with me and just show me that you know what you're talking about by your beautiful, flawless skin, by your hair, by your experience. And so that's intentional marketing. We're just creating human connection and saying, yeah, this is what I'm an expert in here and there. And giving examples of how it's changed your life. So you'll see me talking about how energized I am, how mentally clear I am, but I'm not explaining to anybody what the science is behind it. I just need them to trust me. So let's move on to step number 3. Step number 3 is lead generation. If you're trying to sell products, you only know a certain amount of people, and you don't want to ruin your relationships by spamming people messages about, please try my product, or posting selfies with your products online, or please look at this for me. You don't want to do that. It's not fun. If you've ever been in an MLM before, they tell you to send these awful scripts. And if you've not been in an MLM, you probably still know what I'm talking about because you've probably had them sent to you. You've probably had people spam you before. You don't want to do that. Again, it's about creating that know, like, and trust. And creating lead generation. My lead generation was my masterclass. I offered something to you for free that was of value to you. Right? That is lead generation. And I never had to spam anybody. I got to just share, again, what is true to me, what is in alignment with myself. And that feels great. I had so much fun putting that masterclass together, knowing that it's going to truly serve people and truly be of value. Step number 3. The third thing that will take your business to the next level and actually allow you to create the income you want and the life you want is automation. All of these emails that you're getting are being sent out by themselves. I'm not sitting on my phone all day trying to create relationships with people, trying to send messages to people, trying to be on social media all day. I'm not doing it. These emails are sending out by themselves so that I can do this stuff, create these videos, create these masterclasses, create these emails, and let it do its thing, let it do it by itself, and then put all my energy into what I love, which is health and wellness and spreading that value to people. And now all my energy is going there, and my energy is going to being able to go to the playground with my kids and not even worry about if I need to reply to somebody really quick because I really want to sell them something. And people feel that energy when you do that. So those 3 simple steps, I'm going to recap for you real quick. They were intentional marketing, and that's all about creating real human connection, telling your stories and your beliefs, and dropping here and there what you're an expert in, and offering tips and real value about that. Makeup tips, health tips. Number 2, lead generation. You're going to offer something for free that is of value, that makes people want to sign up for your emails, which is going to give you step number 3, your automation. And these emails and everything, it's all going to go for you. And you're not going to have to waste your time trying to get people, trying to build relationships with people who are just going to ghost you. I really hope this has made sense to you. And if you have any questions at all, please feel free to reply to that email and I will reply to you. Be sure to look out for my next email tomorrow. It's going to have just as much value and an incredible opportunity inside. Bye. Thank you so much.